Hello, I am Sean Sands back with more Kerbal Space Program. Okay, so new day, new effort, new attitude, new approach. We're not going to. Today's a day about success. Today's all about success. We're going to spend a little time being successful at Kerbal Space Program. Been doing a little bit of thinking about what we did and did not do well. It didn't save my last one, did it? It's almost unfortunate that it did. Okay, couple of things that have changed now so that we have the upgraded mass ability. One thing we can do is just remove those. It's not what I intended to do. Let's go ahead and turn snapping back on. We can refill these tanks. That's what we intended to do. Another thing I was thinking about is we really don't need... We kind of had all this science. We had a problem with the amount of parts we were doing, and you know, some of this stuff can go elsewhere, like right here, and we don't need multiple thermometers. Probably only need the one, and maybe the one barometer. I'm not even sure we need that, but we'll take one just in case. That'll reduce down the number of parts we have. We can go ahead and get rid of this service bay. We will still need our heat shield right here. I think we should go with a bigger one. There we go. And then decoupler right to that. That seems better. I'm still fairly convinced, and I think somebody mentioned having seen the decoupler or the service bay phasing through each other and hoping it wouldn't be a problem, but of course it did. I still think the fundamental idea of this rocket is fine. I am tempted to do a separate stage here. I know it's probably a little more money, and I think we would probably just do a Terrier on this one. Just because I think that might help without adding a bunch of weight. I mean, we are still adding some weight to the middle here by having the engine. And it didn't add a ton of money, and I think that'll give us some better efficiency with our last bit of fuel there. So we're going to try this. A little worried about these goo containers sticking out past the heat shields, but, you know, live and learn, right? Let's see. We got wings. We got everything. We're going to try We're going to try this again. So take our learnings from last time. We're not going to start really tilting until after we've burned off the solid fuel. That's going to get us a lot higher because we just got more to work with this time. We will have some throttle just so we do have some attitude control. In 3, 2, 1, go. All right. It's a nice controlled liftoff. Doesn't feel like we're going crazy, but we're also getting really good speed. Once we're nearly out of that solid fuel, we will throttle up so that we can keep going and detach those solid boosters. And throttle up. Detach. Okay, we're going pretty fast, so... but we're not gaining a lot of speed. So I'm pretty comfortable with this. We'll go ahead and try and start turning. We're at 66, 7,800 meters, approaching that 10-kilometer mark. Got some, I'm okay with this. This seems like it's going all right. Just trying to make sure I don't lose control of this vehicle and leaving the atmosphere, well, leaving the thick, difficult part of the atmosphere behind. Hopefully we won't go crazy in the next stage. Let that burn out. Okay. Let's just set up our staging correctly. I mean, God, there had to be somebody out there who's just watching that. It's just like, oh no. Oh, I know what's about to happen. Oh, here it comes. This is it. He's gonna do it. All right. Bop. Nope. this needs to detach here, right? Right? So this needs a bonus. All right, let's make sure we got our student. This is just, it's classic. 1, 2, 3, great. Detach the solid boosters. After that's out, detach. Nope, switch these. Attach there. Second thruster engages. We want that up here. We want that here, right? Okay. There. Detach. Once this runs out, detach and activate that one. Good. Detach, activate that one. Finally detach the final stage. Okay. So that was some practice. We had a little bit of practice. Good launch. Good launch. Felt good about that one. Just gotta keep, you know, all of our stages when we want them. So a little bit of throttle, a little bit of boost, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. All right, staging is correct now, I hope. Just got to control this first stage, which seemed to be going okay-ish. Solid rocket nearly out. Throttle up. Detach. There's a lot of torque that happens right on that detach, but I think we're okay. Putting it back on 90 degrees. Doesn't have to be perfect. We're not going anywhere. We're going up into space and hopefully stabilizing in orbit and coming back down. So we don't have to be lined up with like the moon's orbit or anything like that. This is just about kind of making the basics work. All right. So remember just a minute ago we were right here. It was a pretty good time, right? Here we go. Go. All right. Kept our control. It's all good. And we'll hold here now. Good. Our apoapse is approaching 40K. We'll start to turn it. We'll kill the apoapse when we get to an apoapse around 80. Good. All right, we're almost out of fuel on this stage. We're going pretty fast, so we're gonna let the we're gonna come down a bit. I want to be careful. Okay, I think we're gonna go. Gotta get. I mean, the apoapse has to get above 70. Let's pull up our fuel. Looking good. Not using it too fast. Just circularizing, stabilizing our orbit. It all seems good. Feeling pretty good. All right, liquid fuel is, in this stage, is only like a 1/5 done? 1/6 done. Jeb's in control. Jeb's feeling good. Jeb thinks this might be the one. I don't know, Jeb. Don't get your hopes up. We are going to go to space for sure. I think we can point right at the horizon now. Let that continue to climb. This is looking good. Periapsis is slowly coming up. It's starting to accelerate. I'm going to kill our burn here and get a little closer to the apoapsis. Just like saying that word. Was there? Yeah, we got a nice flat, sort of, I don't know, suborbital trajectory going that I'm pretty happy with. And we're about to enter space. Yeah. Start throttling back up slowly around the 40-second mark. Not having to burn much to get anything going here. Yeah, we're good. I think we're gonna do orbit, you guys. First try. Did the very first time. I can't believe how good we did orbit. We orbited just right. Just hitting halfway on our fuel mark. Our apoapsis is climbing rapidly. I think we got this cleared. He said with supreme confidence. Then we just have to survive getting home. Come on, go faster. Let's crank that up a little bit. 70 tons of fuel left. I assume this is tons. And we are at apoapsis. Yeah. Come on, show me 70. Yeah, we got it, but I still will just feel better once we actually got it. And there it is. There we go. It's a pretty circular orbit. We did pretty good. 73, 77. We got plenty of fuel left in the tank for burning back into space. Let's do some science. I didn't bring any lights. That's okay. Jeb, what do you see? Tell me all about it. We got a crew report. Seems we're very much in space. Well, I mean, you're in orbit. You could get a little more excited about it. We did get the orbit, right? Right? Orbit Kerbal. We didn't tell the recovery team that you'd be staying in space, so they're still looking. Great job. We achieved that goal, so we got 6 science and we got some money too. Nice. Click all that off. Let's do some science. Mystery Goo, do you think of anything about being in orbit? It just considers it space near Kerbal. That's fine. Bet you we don't get anything there. No. No, but let's observe that materials bay. Yeah, 25 science. And so we will keep that experiment. And we will flip her around and we'll come home. When a nice kind of shallow, let's close those doors. We can't do EVAs. We don't have that technology yet. So we're just going to bring her right back into the atmosphere, nice and slow. Take our periaps down to, I don't know, take it down to about 35K. Because I want to slow down. I don't want to burn up too much in the atmosphere. We're going to save real quick. And then we will speed up time. And now we're back in the atmosphere. Good job, Jeb. We'll speed up time some more. Then when we start to get down, I'll probably burn off the rest of my fuel. Go ahead and jettison the that lower stage. We probably could carry it down, but you know, things have been going so sketchy anyway. Not sure there's any point in doing that. Is there any point in taking a crew report? Can I do another crew report? No, I'm not going to. I don't know, because we are over, what's the biome? Grasslands. There's lots of grasslands. I mean, this is a really shallow re-entry. I realize that. But I don't want to... I've had too many situations lately where it's been like, just drop like a stone. That'll probably work. I bet our parachutes save us in that instant. No, we crash into the ground. That's bad. Don't do that. Don't crash into the ground. That's the motto. Welcome to Kerbal Space Program. Don't crash in the ground. No promises. I'll try. Nice to be in orbit. That's orbit. That's I mean, it shouldn't be a big deal. Like, here's the thing. In 2 more missions, I'll be like, oh, orbit, whatever. But you got a lot more technology then. Much better comfort zone. All kinds of stuff. Oh, come on. But we are starting to show some heat now. Let it bleed off some speed. Here we go. I'm gonna save. Starting to glow ever so slightly. I kind of miss. I feel like it gets real quiet in the atmosphere now. Can you hear it? It's just barely making noise. I think we are holding steady at 2,300.3 meters per second. very, very big. I love the atmosphere effects as the sun's rising. That kind of the red and yellow and blue, like that's so subtle and cool looking. Like there's some love that went into this game. There's some absolute love that went into it. I love just taking a minute. This is one of the things that I like about Kerbal Space Program. It encourages you. It like sort of rewards you for taking a moment and just enjoying the kind of small things about it. The heat effects get real sketchy way up close here, don't they? We are very slowly starting to slow down. But we are not showing any heat problems yet, which is good. So I feel like this is a safe way to go. 44 kilometers up, flying in over the highlands. The sun just rising over the other side, the far side of Kerbal, I'm assuming, right? Yeah, we basically went around it once. We've got to take off from the Boomerang launch site at some point. They've added that launch site, and I haven't tried it yet. I mean, it's just sort of basically a table out in the middle of a field, I think. But still, you know, it's new, so why not? Definitely brightening up now. Very slowly burning off speed. Still going pretty fast. Okay, it's like, it's giant. It's not giant. No, it is giant. No, it's not giant. I kind of like this best. This seems to be the best sort of place to watch your ship, you know, burn up in the atmosphere. Still going 2,000 meters per second relative to the ground. So a lot of speed to burn off. But we're not plummeting, which makes me feel good. I mean, this takes a little longer, fair enough, but here we are starting to show some heat effects now. Not bad, just a few. So we'll probably throw on the thrusters here pretty soon, bleed off the last of that fuel. Get 100 or a couple hundred meters per second, taking off our speed, which will help. Almost under 2K. It's starting to accelerate our... We're starting to have a more dramatic deceleration. You know, accelerating in reverse. Very clearly on the day side now. On the inside, what is it? To see the inside and then C to get out? Yeah. What'd you see, Jeb? Nothing. Just black. Okay. Well, nobody said it was going to be seated for you. Let's go ahead and burn that fuel off now. Doesn't seem like much reason to not do it. Yeah, let's go. We're slowing down. That's how you slow down. Getting rid of that overheating. Almost under 1 kilometer per second. Oh, getting there. And the heat effects are gone. Let's go ahead and kill that. Maybe we can carry this all the way down after all. Let us move this here. We don't really have any attitude control now. That's not a surprise. Still quite a ways up. Under 500 meters per second on my mark. Mark? Yes. Good, good, good. Looks like chutes are safe to deploy. Do a quick save for fun. Speed up a little bit. No. Plummeting. Get down to about 5K because we're deploy those ships. Turn off SAS. Let gravity do its work. Save. Every time I start to use those things, I always want to save. Right? And we're at 5 meters per second. We won't even need to burn engines. All right. That was a successful, what do you call it? Mission. Yeah. Nice job, Jeb. What do we do next? I mean, I think next is I build a little machine to go get a bunch of local science once I get the aeronautics, the airplane tech, because that comes with the thing. I started to do that the other day, and then I discovered the thing I don't actually have is wheels yet. So we need to teach Kerbans to discover the wheel. And then we can do local science, and then I might run a couple of missions just to boost up the bank, and then I think we genuinely start thinking about getting to return. You made it into orbit. Oh, and you didn't die. Double win. Yeah, and then next after that, I really think we start planning our first trip to the moon. Science returned from Kerbal orbit, mystery go, material study. Crew report wasn't very useful. Picked up 82. We have 300K in the bank now. Jeb's level 1. All just successful. So much success. Let's pick up that aviation so we can get these fancy things. They're called wheels. Research that, and then that's pretty much it, isn't it? Yeah. What will we get next after that? Okay, so I'm going to get the local science. I'm not going to do flight controls, I don't think. General construction is interesting because we can get strut connectors. Ooh, you know what I want is fuel lines so we can talk about asparagus staging. And you get the better fuel tanks. So this is really what I want to get next if I can, I think. I love these little radial fuel tanks. Those are new, I think, right? I don't remember seeing them. Get those larger fuel tanks with the adapters. When do you get... Oh, the other thing I really want to try is the rocket plates. Bigger decouplers. Where are rocket plates? I think that's a thing. I don't think I'm making that up. That may be deeper in the tech tree. It's something new to this expansion, I believe. Essentially... As I understand it, and I could be wrong here, it allows you to sort of create a system on the bottom of your fuel tanks that allows you to sort of place multiple, I want to say, engines on the bottom of your fuel tank and have it look, you know, not insane. I could be making that up, though. That could be a fake thing that I'm just pretending is the thing. We get the Bobcat. Not too distant future. Specialized construction? No. I'm going to have to look that up and see if I'm pretending like that's a thing. Much bigger heat shields. We'll need to get inline reaction wheels, obviously. Ooh, yeah, here's the Lunar Excursion module. This is based on the Apollo landers, which is pretty cool. We'll want to set up a mobile processing lab at some point on Minmus and the moon to just collect oodles and oodles of science. Trying to think where I want to go in the long term. Where else is science? That's it for science in the short term, right? We don't have any other cool sciencey stuff to do. I don't think in the immediate future. I mean, until we get to that service module, and then that's just tons and tons of science. I've never really done much with the scanning and surveying. That could be interesting. All right. Anyway, I mean, now I'm just looking. Cool. I think that's going to do it for this episode. I know it was a kind of a short one. We only, failed once, so I guess that's an improvement. And it's a classic fail. Like, you can't play Kerbal Space Program without staging your rockets incorrectly. It's literally against the rules of the game. Anyway, until next time, as always, my name is Sean Sands from Gamers with Jobs. Thank you for joining me for Kerbal Space Program, and we will see you again real soon.